But how's it do, Zonny Flutes? It's your boy Break here, and today. But how's it do, Zonny Flutes? It's your boy Break here, and today. But how's it do, Zonny Flutes? It's your boy Break here, and today. But how's it do, Zonny Flutes? It's your boy Break here, and today. Oh my gosh. To be honest, I don't even know where to start. But 7 years. 7 long years.
7? 7?
Yes, it actually has been that long. A 7-year journey. Oh my gosh. It has finally came to an end. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say, but I am very much grateful for everything that has happened within those 7 years, because everything that has happened within that time has been such character development, to say the least. Like every little fragment and bit that has happened in my life during that time, it has been so pivotal and monumental, because I mean, it has made me who I am today, and I am beyond grateful for it. But with that being said, that time has come to an end, and you're probably asking, why did it come to an end? Simply to put it, one, I'm getting older, and you just have to move on from things. And two, it literally came to that time to where I just needed new scenery, new energy, new flow, new a lot of things. Even though we're gonna get to that part, even though it's pretty much a return to something, it just had to come to. I just needed something new for my life, and back to what I was saying, you just have to evolve, because my life right now, I'm literally about to turn 30, okay? 30, okay? And these 7 years, I moved out when I was, 7 years, I was, quick math, I was 21, 22, 23, 22, I don't feel like doing all that math, but I was in my early 20s when I first moved out. I knew little to nothing, about adulthood, okay? Little to nothing. And at that time, I was still on my first car that wasn't even mine. It was my mom's. At that time, I still had a PS4, the same PC, same monitors, same a lot of stuff, but oh my gosh, some things remain the same, but mentality wise, a lot of things have matured, and my body has changed a lot. Dude, I have a beard now. Oh my gosh, I am getting so off topic, but yeah, we're gonna continue with it. But so much has happened within those years, and oh my gosh, so much I'm taking with me. But yeah, let's just get into the bits and pieces, the important bits and pieces of this whole journey itself. Part number 1, this channel. When I moved out of my parents, I was uploading maybe once or twice a year, and knowing what I had in store at that time for myself, I wanted to be the best YouTuber out there, but what I was doing with this channel at that time, it wasn't it. And this time when I was living on my own, In the beginning, I still wasn't doing what I wanted to do, but at that time when I first moved out, I mean, I had a little bit more freedom. I wasn't, scared because the person I was living with at that time, they wanted to do. Why am I saying the person at that time? When I was living with Jordan, it was a person that had the same goal, the same mindset when it came to YouTube. So it was a little bit easier to, make videos when I wanted to. I was a little less afraid to record because back then when I was living with my parents, I was a little bit more reserved, a little more scared to be like, oh, hey guys, I'm recording. No, I was look, when I had that freedom to do the videos, man, I was going balls to the wall. And I won't go balls to the wall at that beginning stage, but I was a little bit, I had a little bit more freedom. I can be a little more loud. I can be a little more expressive. But in the beginning stage, I still wasn't doing that because I still wasn't motivated. I still wasn't, I still wasn't giving. But afterwards, after, a certain incident, I took, that's what gave me that motivation of like, dude, if you really wanted this stuff, you gotta put 10 toes down and you gotta go for it. And plus Jordan said, look man, I'm down, but you gotta figure out a way to entertain yourself. You gotta figure out a way to keep yourself motivated and going. And then at that point, that's when the gun fired and I took off running. So with that time of me literally being home by myself for that extended period of time, that's when this channel really took off. And I mean, dude, I don't even remember what I was sitting on at that time subscriber wise, but after that I'm sitting at 449 right now. If that situation would have never happened, I would have never been at this peak. I would have never been where I am. I would have never been as comfortable as I am because of that. And I am so happy that, within that 7-year time frame, my channel is where it's at. I am where I'm at, personality wise, because of that little time period. Next, personality wise, when I moved out, I was still a shell of myself. My mind was very minuscule. And what I mean by that is I was still small-minded. I was still, dumb-brained. I'm still dumb-brained, but I have a little more maturity when it comes to that. And man, listen, if it wasn't for Jordan, for a lot of these points that I'm pointing out, I still wouldn't be making YouTube videos. I still wouldn't have a sense of style when it comes to clothing, and I still would probably be thinking in the wrong way. Okay, you feel me? But either way, and what I mean by that is within that 7-year period, I have gained so much knowledge when it comes to people, myself, and I am so glad that I had that time to actually sit on it and experience it, because when it comes to me and myself, I don't think my thought process would have evolved that much just sitting in my room back in my previous home. Because when you live with someone that has the same brain maturity as you actually learn from that person, then bring in certain things from them into your own personal life. And with living with Jordan, it was like, oh, okay, you have to be your own person. You have to grow. You have to do certain things to actually experience something different. And with him, it was like, oh, like this makes sense. Okay, I like the way you did that. Let me implement that into my life, because that's going to help me in the long run. Because when you're living with older people, people that grew up in the 60s, the 70s, you can't really learn much from them. But when you experience life with someone that grew up within the same years as you, oh man, it just makes more sense, you know. And you can take things that they implemented in their life, implement it into your life. It's like, oh wow, like, oh, that's how certain people work. This is what you're supposed to do in this certain scenario situation. And bro, when I say I can understand other people more nowadays, I feel like I still have a lot more learning to do, but you know that's gonna come with time, because you know I learned certain things here and there during my time of living, and now I feel like I can see it with my own eyes compared to someone telling me, hey, look at this way. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll pick up what you're putting down. I really do. And when it comes to this adulting thing, listen, I was a junk rat in my early years. Huge. Look, you couldn't tell me to clean my room, and I wouldn't get upset. You couldn't tell me to go wash those dishes, and I wouldn't get upset. There was a lot of things you couldn't tell me to do, and I would get upset. But nowadays, look, for the most part, I keep my bed clean. I sometimes fold my clothes, and I pay bills on time, or at least try to. 95% of the time I do. Okay, that is very important. Pay your bills on time, or your credit's going to go down. Okay, that's also one thing that I've really learned in my adulthood, in my 7 years of living there. You pay your bills. Okay, adulting sucks ass. Okay, so pay your shit on time. Another thing that I've learned in that 7-year period, I honestly do not like people that damn much. Like in my early 20s, man, I wanted to have so many friends. I wanted to be in so many people's face. I just wanted to be outside. Bro, I'm about to hit 30. I'm so content with being in the house, dog. Like, being outside, it don't suck, but it's just boring. Ain't nothing out there but just drunk, wild people, dude. And I'm so happy and content with being indoors, where the food at, where the drinks at. I ain't got time for the outside. I am content with being inside, watching Naruto. I ain't got time for the nonsense, dog. Look, y'all young folk, y'all can have that. I'm good with being inside. I'm good with being just put up and shut up. You feel me? And then another thing that I've experienced within this 7-year period, bro, I've experienced my first concert. I've experienced my first festival. I've listened to metal music live before, dude. Every concert experience I've been to was it was in my first home. I've seen Logic. I've seen Tyler the Creator. I've seen Motionless in White. I've seen Slipknot. Matter of fact, I found Motionless in White in my first home. The band I love the most, I've experienced them. I met them in my own home. It's so it's so much I can talk about, but I'm trying to keep it as short as I can in this video. I know I'm rambling a lot, but it's so much. It's so much that I can't talk about, and I'm just honestly, I just want to say I'm grateful for this time that I literally walked and talked through, because it's a lot. It is a lot. Like, I've experienced baby mamas. Them things are dangerous. Okay, I've experienced them. I've experienced injuries. I damn near broke my wrist. Dude, I've bought 2 cars, okay? I've bought 2 cars. One was used and one was brand new. Like, bro, that is peak adulting, okay? When you buy your own car, and you get to, get on the road for yourself. Like, what is that? And I got a ticket. I've gotten a ticket before. I don't want another one. That's one part. That's one part of adulting that sucks a booty hole. Okay. And one thing that doesn't suck booty hole is getting some cheeks. Okay. We ain't gonna go into that part, but just know I went into that part. You feel me? Hella. But yeah, it's so much. It's so much. Oh my gosh. And huge shout out to the person that literally spent every single second of those 7 years with me. Shout out to Jordan. Jordan, if you are watching this, or if you made it to this part, look, I'm saluting you right now. Even though you can't see me doing it, I'm saluting you. But oh my goodness, that when I say I am so thankful for everything you have taught me and showed me and like helped me through. Like, if it was, like I said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even been this far in this channel. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a lot of certain things that I've learned, seen, did. Look, you know what I'm talking about, and you know that I'm very forgetful of things, but just overall, thank you. You helped me, I've helped you, and thank you. I'm really pressed for words. I'm not the best person for words, but you know what? Thank you. But this new chapter that I am indulging in, it is very nerve-wracking. I don't know what to expect from it. I didn't even know what to expect from the last chapter. But hey, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still going. So going into this new chapter, I just hope to make myself proud. I hope to really learn. I really want to learn more than I did before, because because the YouTube videos that I watched back then, they're very, very, very much different than the videos that I watched back then when I first moved. And the videos that I kind of watch nowadays are like living alone videos, apartment hunting videos like that. And I feel like with this new journey that I'm going on, I hope to really make those types of videos, because like I said, I like making videos, and then those are the type of videos I want to be making in the distant future. Instead of, don't get me wrong, I love making gameplay videos, but I hope to transition, like make that huge transition into making those types of videos, because I love making videos, and those are the type of videos that I really want to make. And the inspirations that I see on the regular, like Ron Doug, Carlos, Jaquan, Siobhan, I want to be up there with those guys. I want to be put up there with them in the ranks. And with this next journey, I sincerely hope I get the tools that I need to at least scratch the surface of where they are nowadays. And that the fingers are crossed right now, okay? Like, this journey that I'm currently on right now is, I just want to learn, because the journey before, I learned, but I feel like I played around a lot. I feel like it was 50-50. I played and I learned. Like, this journey, I want to learn. I want to 80% learn, 20% play. You feel me? Because if you just learning and studying all the time, you're gonna crash. So you still gotta have a little playfulness in there. But this journey, I want to learn. Okay. Even though I went to college for one semester, and then I was like, you know what, this ain't for me. But I feel like in life, this is my college. Okay. This is my college. So I sincerely hope that I'm getting my bachelor's degree. Screw that. Screw that, because I got places to go and people to see. And I know what some of you guys are wondering, like, dude, like, if you move, like, where'd you move? Like, what's going on? Look, dude, I moved back home. Okay. Look, if you pop the screen up right here, hey, look, I moved back home. Even though this isn't my original room, okay, you can pop it back. Even though this isn't my original room, you know, I'm right next to it. All right, so right now this is the room that I will be occupying for the time being. So far, I got a decent amount of my room in here so far. But yeah, I have moved back home. Shout out to my parents for letting me actually, you know, come back home, because it was getting rough, it was getting ugly, and shout out to them. They was like, hey man, you know, you can go back home, you know, get your stuff together, and then, you know, get the hell up out of here. Look. Okay. Once things get settled, and then once things start progressing, you know, the plan is to, you know, get back on my feet, and then get my feet into my own place, and then, you know, we're gonna be recapping this video in the new place. You feel me? So it's all a progress, you know. It's all, you gotta trust the process, okay? And then hopefully once that next process is over, you know, I don't know about this, but we're probably gonna be starting a family. You feel me? Then you gonna see little Break, or little Breakanina. I don't want no daughter, I ain't gonna lie to you. But either way, you know, we're thinking too ahead. We're thinking too ahead. Okay, we just gotta be in the now. We have to be in the now. But yeah, this is the current state that I am in. Like I said, we got things to do, we got things to work on, and yeah, I think I'm done talking. I've done enough talking. But we got work to do, y'all, and let's get to work. But if you guys made it this far in the video, hey, please don't forget to leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that fancy stuff that you love to put in your pasta salads. Always honey flutes, stay doozing. My name is Break. 7 years down. I don't know how many more to go. But the show must continue. And make sure you come back for the next one, because that's when we will see you in the next one. That's not even what I say for these type of videos. Bye-bye.